Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session, children. In the previous sessions, we tried to understand about the expansion of democracy with the examples of Myanmar and Libya. And let us move on to understand the idea of democracy, how it got evolved. Right from the 17th and 18th centuries, due to the movements which held in Europe especially, the idea of democracy has evolved. So we have read in the beginning about the democratic government in England, USA, France during the 17th and 18th centuries, as well as the most recent movements that have taken place in Libya and Myanmar. The evolution of democracy had many ups and downs. So, and as I told you in the conclusion, that democracy is not the same in every country. So they had tailor-made it that suit to their needs in their country, and they have implemented it. So the democracy is not the same everywhere. The evolution of democracy, as it has many ups and downs depending upon the situation there. Popular rule was established and then overthrown the monarchical rulers. Okay, where the king's rule was there, that was overthrown, and the popular public participative government has come into evolution. Even where popular rule was established, it meant only participation of a very few people in the government in electing the rulers. Even though it was a popular government, popular rule, but population, the people's rule, but only very few people had participated in some of the countries while implementing the democracy. So slowly the meaning of the democracy started becoming broaden, okay, widen, and it developed many new layers, new shades that gets suited to the participation of most of the people in the rule. So at the same time, it has also raised many questions which are not easy to answer. So what kind of questions it has raised? Let us consider some of the questions, some of these questions. Discuss these questions. Let us discuss these questions now in the virtual classroom as well as with your friends and relatives. These questions. Democracy means responsible governments. Democracy means a system in which those in government get their authority. They get their authority, as you know, that they get the power through the election from the people and have to answer to that people only. After attaining the authority, okay, you rule those people and you have to answer them. If they question, you need to answer them. This usually happens through the process of leaders being elected by people in different intervals. After every 5 years, we keep on electing the rulers, and those people rulers, and they are answerable to the people. This happens in a democratic setup. And we have seen in Libya, the ultimate power was laid in the RCC, Revolutionary Command Control. Do you remember? This Revolutionary Command Council, RCC, which was self-appointed. It was not elected by the people, but it was self-appointed. जो मिलिट्री कमांडर्स थे उन लोगों को आरसीसी में अपॉइंट करते थे. दे आर नॉट इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल एंड दे आर बाउंड बाय व्हाट्स द पीपल्स रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स ऑर्डर्ड, and they are not even bound by what the people's representative ordered. There were also elected representatives even in Libya, but they could not take independent decisions and had to implement the orders given by the RCC. The RCC was not at all answerable to anyone except itself. So this revolutionary command council जो था वो people को responsible नहीं था, people को answerable नहीं था. उसके वजह से ही उधर डेमोक्रेटिक मूवमेंट चला था, और उसके वजह से गडाफी को निकाल दे के दे हैड ए पीपल्स गवर्नमेंट टुडे नाउ. एंड इन ए डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट द पावर ऑफ द इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स वुड बी सुप्रीम, एंड नो वन हु इज not directly elected by the people can exercise any authority over them. That means the power lies with the people here. The people whomever they elect, the supreme power lies with them. And the people who are not elected by the people, the members who are not elected by the people, they doesn't have any authority. The elected government also functions are answerable to the people in different ways. And first of all, there would be elected assemblies in which the government functions would be asked to explain their work and get the plan of work. As you see the discussions in the assembly through the TV channels, when the assembly sessions goes on, they keep on asking, and government explains their plan of action, their plan of work, and also their ideas how they are going to implement it. Secondly, any citizen would have approved a right to demand information about any kind of work done by the government, and the government has to disclose such information. If the government plans to do any kind of work, such work can be asked for information by any citizen under the Right to Information Act, and government has to disclose that information. Further, about democracy is based on equality and inclusiveness. About this question we will answer it in the next class, children. Thank you.